Welcome back for another video, guys. In this video I'm going to use Alakazam, and I'm going to use it with counter in the Sorcerous Cup. As you know, Go Battle League is still done, so I am going to showcase some Sorcerous battles in this next video, and then also stay tuned because next week I'm going to have the one and only Caleb Peng coming on, and we are going to build some anti-meta teams for Ultra League and for Premier Cup and for Master League in hopes that Go Battle League's coming back soon. We're just gonna practice against each other and gonna build some teams, and it's gonna be awesome. So guys, make sure to stay tuned. There will be a video on his channel and there will be a video on my channel. So make sure you check out mine and make sure to check out his. It's gonna be awesome. So let's get started. So this Sorcerous Cup, I was facing MJ Get It in this first match, and he's a really good trainer. He's ace, I believe, and him and Lyndon Ryu was in the finals together against each other, and I got the chance to play against him in the first matchup. And this was the first time I actually used my team. So guys, let's go get into battles, because now you're gonna be able to see what I have used. And I actually used Hypno and Alakazam in the same team, but I used Alakazam as my fighter. Alright, so we're starting with Noctile into Muck. And by the way, this is the first time I've ever used a Knocked Owl, if I'm even saying it right. So I wasn't as sure about the matchups. And then I know against Wigglytuff it's alright. And I don't have anything in the bag that's better, I don't think, against Wigglytuff. Besides, of course, Hypno has pretty good bulk, so I'm planning on throwing some attacks and then eventually switch to Hypno. But I'm also okay just losing Knocked Owl at this point because I know he has a Muck. And I know my Alakazam can handle that Muck pretty well. So you guys gonna see. So of course I'm gonna try to get to the other Sky Attack, and I'm able to get it, which was very surprising. But then I also realized at the very beginning of the battle, if you guys saw it, he was lagging and I was lagging as well, but I did not see that he didn't throw attacks. And then once I rewatched the video, I saw that I just didn't, his Pokemon wasn't moving. But if you see my health did go down, so it means it was lagging, but the damage eventually still followed up. So that's good, but because otherwise I was like, oh man, that sucked. I got an extra damage above him, instead of him, but it seems like I did not. So at least that's reassuring, I guess I should say. But anyways, we know that Go Battle League, not Go Battle League, but the battle system has some issues. But look at that now. So now I'm back in Alakazam with counter, and look at how much damage it puts into Mug. But one thing, it's very glassy. So you almost have to treat Alakazam as like Hunter. But it's a little bit better than Hunter because you can actually tank some attacks against some Pokemon. One charge moves you can take in, with the Hunter you can't really do that. Besides, like maybe a Grass Knot I think it can take, I'm not even sure. But anyways, and then I with Hypno can tank this, and Hypno, if this goes through, Hypno just one-shots it with Shadow Ball. As you can see, Bronzong is nothing for Hypno with the Shadow Ball. And so that was good. So the first match against this Ace Trainer I won, and I was super excited. But then I'm gonna lose the next one. So, but it's a really good, he's a really good trainer, and these are really good matches. And this was the first time I ever used Alakazam and Hypno and Noctile in this combination. I'm really good with Hypno, I use it all the time, but the other two I never use it in my life. So this is basically my first live test. And in the second round, so in the second round, lead with Alakazam into Wigglytuff, which, ouch, it's not good. This is not good at all, because look how much damage. I'm just gonna wanna get ahead of some energy, so I just did 2 counters, and then swapped into my Noctile, and basically similar setup, but now he swapped out on a charge move into Azumarill. So I wasn't really sure how is this matchup either, but I figured that it's decent for me, because Sky Attack's doing pretty good amount of damage. And by the time he goes up to a Hydro Pump, it would take forever. I can just shield it and I can take out this Azumarill. So I was like, oh, this is not so bad. But I don't really want to take out Azumarill. So my game plan was, by the way, is that get it as low as I can, maybe burn a shield, and then have a little health left on Azumarill. So when Alakazam comes back in, then I can just farm for energy. So my tactic the whole time was to bring in Alakazam when there is a little health left on a Pokemon, but make sure I can actually swap out if I need to. But right now I can't bring in Alakazam because this is a Charmer, so against Wigglytuff I have to bring in Hypno no matter what. But the point is that I'm trying to make is the way Alakazam works, because it's so glassy, is what I do. So bring a little bit of health, just leave a bit of health of the opposing Pokemon, and then bring in Alakazam. And then when I do that, then basically I have energy advantage because the Pokemon will be out because I can just counter it down, and then Alakazam is set up. And so I use like 2 charge moves because I can beat everybody, depends on which one I use, and then swap out right away, so bail. But in this case, I brought in Alakazam because I had 2 shields, and I know that it can handle a Muk, but I got too greedy, and this Muk is not taking me out because I didn't click on the energy that I had stored. So that played against me. But like I said, I was counting, but I miscounted it, of course, that he was able to get an additional Snarl when I thought I'm still against it, I mean in advance, but I wasn't. So I lost that one. And then look how close, well, I mean it was just 1 confusion away, but he wins this matchup. But I think I still, yeah, that's it. So if I wouldn't be able to use that energy and not farming too much with Alakazam, but again, I didn't realize that he had 1 more Snarl, so that messed me up a little bit. Alright guys, so game 3 leading with my Noctowl into Wigglytuff, which is good. So I'm feeling good about it. Right now I feel like I'm gonna win this against this Ace Trainer. I'm super excited. And then throw the first Sky Attack, of course. And let's see if it's gonna shielded. So that means that something in the back is not very good against the Noctowl. That's what I was thinking at least. But anyways, and then Azumarill comes in, so that was interesting. So I'm swap out because I'm thinking that he has something in the bag that's weak to it. So now I'm bringing Hypno because Hypno can handle Azu very easily, and then just throw basically a Thunder Punch and just 1 more and it's out. And then here's a mistake that I'm making. So I'm not shielding this because I'm thinking he doesn't have Hydro Pump, and if it's anything else, then my Hypno would have had way more health. So that was a mistake. I should have shielded that one. So it's because now I have like no health whatsoever, and I can still throw this Thunder Punch, but I had enough energy for the Shadow Ball. I should have thrown a Shadow Ball. That would have changed this matchup big time. But so that's second mistake right there. So now I bring back in the Noctowl. That was third mistake. I shouldn't brought back Noctowl, but I had to because Alakazam is the only thing that I have left, and it's so glassy. There's not much I can do. So I had to bring down that health as much as I can. So I take less charm damage, but it subs out the Muk. And I know that I can handle Muk, so Alakazam can take out Muk, especially with the shields. So now I know that this is okay. So right here comes my lost shield. I have very little health left, and then I can go to another Fire Punch, and then Muk is out. But because it's so glassy, so I try to build up a little bit of energy, but I cannot survive another Snarl, let alone another Charm. And of course, it's a Charmer, so now the Charm is gonna come up. And boom, that's it. It was so close, guys, like literally so close. But the problem is I made those 2 big mistakes, but that's why I create this video, so I can learn from those mistakes, and I hope you guys can learn from it too. So now in the second setup, I'm going against Cody Robnet. I hope I said it right. And I'm just want to showcase Alakazam because I don't think anybody expected Alakazam to be pretty good, and I think it's really good and has some play. So in this first matchup, I'm leading Noctowl into Azumarill, so this is not so good, not so bad. I think this is a decent sign-up. I'm just gonna play it out. And like I said, I really never played with Noctowl before. I just looked at the meta and it looked like a good fit. And I'm just going for Sky Attacks, of course. And I'm thinking that I can survive whatever this Azumarill throw, especially if it's a player off. Yes, perfect. And other Sky Attack that almost takes out Azumarill. So remember, guys, the tactic here is to get the other Pokemon as low as I can, like that, and now if I go out, I go out, and bring in Alakazam. But I totally messed it up. My own tactic, what I just told you, did you guys see that? I completely messed it up. I shielded there, and I shouldn't shield it there. That's totally messed up the game. And now I just throwing this Night, what do you call it? I don't even know what it's, this Nightshade. It goes shielded, so at least our shields are 1-1. And now I can bring in my Alakazam, and Alakazam can handle Bronzong really good as well, especially with a Fire Punch and a Shadow Ball too, so both. But I totally messed it up, and by the way, I can tank that, so Alakazam can actually tank this deck, so I shouldn't shielded that one. So now I'm 3 mistakes already in this first matchup, so that's pretty annoying. And now I'm pretty sure I can get to the other Fire Punch before it can get to the... Yes, perfect. That's what I thought. So because it charges very quickly. So Alakazam is pretty quick on that, especially with counter, and that should take care of it. But now, Alakazam is so low, whatever comes in, I don't know what I can do. Oh, it's Frostless, and I can get to the... Oh man, that was great. Did you guys see that? And I'm not even swiping it because I'm like, great, Azumarill came in to get it. So now it's gone, and now all I have left is Hypno. So this is actually really close. If I would have saved that shield that I have messed up, I totally messed it up, gave it to Noctowl, then I would have won this matchup. And I was so close to click on a Shadow Ball, but he beat me to another Shadow Ball. That was so quick. I didn't even realize, I'm sorry, it's Avalanche, that's why it was so quick. Because of that, but it was so close. Did you guys see how close that was? But it's mainly because of those 3 mistakes that I have made. So I hope you guys see those mistakes that I made. So, game 2. So now Noctowl into Frostlass. So this is not so great. I need to build because Noctowl is not good against Frostlass. It's super effective in whatever it throws and it charges quickly, but I'm not switching out. So is this another mistake or what's going on here? And I'm not shielding either. Yeah, that's definitely a big mistake. And wow, can't believe that I did that. I don't even know why. Just rewatching this. These are some big mistakes, but this wasn't my main Sorcerous Cup. I just wanted to test out things. So this is basically tested. Next week is my main Sorcerous Cup. So next week is gonna be live. So I hope I'm not gonna make these mistakes next week. So now Alakazam can also handle, by the way, Frostlass, but you have to use a shield just because it charges so quickly. But if you have energy advantage, which is again the plan with Alakazam, you have to have energy advantage. And then you can basically take out almost anything in this meta, which is awesome. I mean, look at that, we just took out Frostlass, and then now we're gonna take out Noctowl if it goes unshielded. Well, actually, no, we don't that. But it could have, I should say. Wow, man, I had so different expectation for that attack, but the counter also ended up pretty good eventually, but I had to bail out because I cannot tank any attack with Alakazam. So Alakazam is like come in, shoots, and leaves. That's basically the setup for it. So like I said, so it's almost like running a Hunter. So guys, just know that. And then now Hypno and Bronzong. So this is a good setup for me. I obviously had to use that shield, and then now Thunder Punch, and then that should take care of it unless he decides to shield it. Nope, good, perfect. And let's see what's in the back, and it's just a Noctowl, of course, which was already out. So I should be able to handle this, and then now, even with my Alakazam in the back, I should be able to take this. So this is very close. Let's see if Alakazam can pull this off. And yes, see, I told you that Alakazam will handle that Noctowl, and it did. So that's perfect. So now this is a horrible lead, Wigglytuff right into the Bronzong. So that was horrible, but now I'm bringing right away Alakazam, and because I know I can beat it with the fast move, the charge moves, and I can handle the Bronzong, and whatever the Bronzong throws at me, I could have handled it, but now Azumarill comes in. So now I'm just gonna throw a Shadow Ball. Hopefully it goes unshielded, that will do a pretty decent amount of damage. But now at this point I can ride off Alakazam, but look how much damage it did, so that's really good. And I'm trying to get to the other one, but no, even the bubble is doing a lot of damage. And now bring back in Wigglytuff. This is perfect, I can take that. It's probably a Play Rough. No, it's a Hydro Pump. Hydro Pump is doing a lot, by the way. So I keep expecting that they don't have Hydro Pump, but so far every single Azumarill I faced had Hydro Pump. So that's crazy. So anyways, now I tried to swap out because I know whatever it brings in is a Bronzong, of course, and I couldn't swap out. So I'm like, great. So I'm like, okay, well, Hypno should be able to handle. With 2 shield, Hypno is lethal, and I have a shield advantage, so I should be okay, but he has a Pokemon advantage, so I'm like, alright, so if hopefully he has a fighter in the back and we are good, and we won this, or anything else but like a Munchlax. If he has a Munchlax in the back, we are screwed, but if anything else on his lineup he has, we won this match, because we are sitting really good. With 2 shields and everything, we are in a really good position, so let's see. And it's a Munchlax. When I saw that, I almost threw my phone to the wall. I'm like, are you serious? And he totally read me that I'm gonna bring back, of course, Hypno and Alakazam. And look at that Munchlax, just basically, I still have both of my shields. Did you guys see that? I went out with both of my shields left. Can't believe that. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoy this. And hope you're gonna enjoy the next video that I'm going to do with Caleb Pang as a collaboration. So guys, stay tuned because that's gonna be epic. And let's hope that the Go Battle League's coming back soon. So until the next time. And guys, don't forget that every Wednesday, the podcast is also going live. So make sure to stay tuned because every Wednesday, new episode is coming. So see you guys till the next time.